Greetings. Welcome to ELRC 7500 Module 2. Today's presentation stems from the assignment where we are tasked to identify and examine the educational technology plan of a state, school district, or school educational technology plan of my interest. Since I do not work in a K-12 setting, I was tasked to identify the educational technology plan at my workplace or profession for analysis and presentation. So let's get started. Today's presentation includes three main topics: introduction, analysis, and recommendations. Within the introduction, I will share relevant contextual information on the chosen plan, such as the organization, years, participants, process of plan development, while summarizing key aspects of the plan, with mentions of the time frame, structure, goals, and themes. The analysis will include mostly my commentary or opinion, with also a comparison to the National Educational Technology Plan. Finally, the recommendations will include just that, my recommendations and suggestions on the existing plan. Currently, my professional experience in management consulting focuses on disaster management services for the federal government, states, cities, and local municipalities. Disaster management services includes, and this is for those of you that may not be familiar with this type of service or profession, but it includes, services include, but are not limited to, assisting government entities with the development and implementation of plans, programs, policies, etc., geared towards helping communities recover and rebuild after a disaster. Because of the competitive nature of this work, a lot of information is proprietary and not available for public consumption. Therefore, completing this assignment was a little tricky and required some creativity. So instead of focusing on the educational technology plan of the workplace, I chose to focus on one of our partners in disaster management, FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency. For those of you not familiar with FEMA, let me share with you just a brief overview of the organization. FEMA was officially created in 1979 through an executive order by President Jimmy Carter. On March 1st, 2003, FEMA became part of the Department of Homeland Security. With headquarters in Washington, D.C., FEMA employs more than 20,000 people nationwide, with 10 regional offices located across the country. FEMA's mission is helping people before, during, and after disasters. The core values that guide the agency include compassion, fairness, integrity, and respect. The agency's structure includes regional offices, as mentioned before, with a workforce that can increase to 50,000 active members during major disasters. Within FEMA, there is the Office of the Chief Information Officer, which provides enterprise information technology services that are vital to carrying out FEMA's mission, both for employees and disaster survivors. The mission and vision of the office is to empower FEMA's workforce through IT and build IT excellence by operating as one FEMA IT. In 2020, the office reorganized its ability to provide cost-effective, efficient, and secure IT services and innovative solutions to the FEMA enterprise for the successful delivery of FEMA's mission. The office carefully aligned the FEMA's IT strategic plan to both the Department of Homeland Security's Information Technology Strategic Plan and FEMA's strategic plan. From there, 32 strategic initiatives align with or map to the 3 goals and 9 strategic objectives of the plan. The 3 goals include protect FEMA data and systems, enhance IT workforce capabilities and stakeholder IT experiences, and simplify processes and improve transparency across the entire enterprise. The 9 strategic objectives of the plan are also listed here in the snippet I provided as well. And so, again, the three goals are protect FEMA data and systems. And then the strategic objectives that fall under Goal 1 include strengthen the agency's cybersecurity program, foster a strong cybersecurity culture, provide high quality cybersecurity solutions. And then with the second goal, the three strategic objectives that align with the goal of enhancing IT workforce capabilities and stakeholder IT experiences includes become the partner of choice, strengthen the workforce, enable collaboration across the agency and with outside partners. Now, I do want to pause for a second to talk a little bit more about Goal 2, because I personally believe that part of Goal 2, you'll see when I talk about the analysis and recommendations, fits most appropriately to the work that I do within the management consulting field of disaster management services. Um, as far as strengthening the workforce, I believe as it pertains to this assignment, can apply to not only the employees or the 20,000 or 50,000 employees that were mentioned in the previous slide, but also the partners such as myself and other entities and groups and volunteers that use FEMA's IT systems and resources to provide services to people impacted by disasters. So I think goal number 2 and the objective strengthening the workforce and then enabling collaboration across the agency with outside partners is very key and very important to the work that I do. And then goal number 3, simplify processes and improve transparency across the enterprise, includes the last set of the non-objectives, and that is manage IT resources effectively and transparently, build the future IT enterprise, and catalyze innovation in emerging technologies. And so, as we talked about, or as I mentioned in the previous slide, about how the goals align with the strategic initiatives. And so here is just a snippet of that. And so the strategic objectives to strengthen the agency's cybersecurity program, we see how it aligns, and I'm not going to read all those bullets there. And then also fostering a strong cybersecurity culture. We see the strategic initiatives and the alignment there, and then provide high quality cybersecurity solutions, again, mentioned there on the right. And then for the second goal, the strategic plan continues to provide how the goal, the objectives align with the strategic initiatives. And for those of you that are familiar with goal setting and strategic planning with organizations, this is very key and it's very important because you can have goals, you can have objectives, but if you don't have initiatives or programs or services that actually help you achieve those goals, it's kind of like a mute point. And so here with the strategic objectives 2.1 of becoming the partner of choice, 2.2 strengthening the workforce, and then 2.3 enable collaboration across the agency and with outside partners. You see the strategic initiatives there. And so what I do like, going back to strategic objective 2.2 strengthening the workforce, I like the idea that they have a workforce plan and strategy, and then a business excellence organizational maturity model. And then here we have the third goal. Again, similar to goals 1 and 2, where we have the goal listed, simplify processes, improve transparency across the enterprise. You see the 3 strategic objectives, and again, how they align to the strategic initiatives to help the organization or the agency reach its goals. And so here, what I liked within the strategic plan is the fact that it had an IT roadmap. For me, as a visual learner and loving all the things that are color coordinated, whether it be color highlighters or different post-its or flags, it helps me with in how I learn. And so I was really excited when I saw this within their strategic plan where it had the IT roadmap. And one of the things that I was tasked to do as part of this assignment is to talk about timelines, talk about how things plan to, how the plan pretty much talks about implementation of the plan. And here in this snippet from the strategic plan, and I did not mention earlier, but this strategic plan is for fiscal years 2020 through 2024. So they are approaching almost the end of of their current strategic plan. And so within this snippet, you see various color coordinated again, which I love. Roadmaps to how they plan to achieve their goals. And so, as it says here on this snippet, the IT roadmap provides a comprehensive plan for technology implementation across FEMA for over a 4-year time frame. And then, how they created the roadmap is that each technology was assessed for enterprise value and risk. Love that. Again, as you're doing any type of strategic plan or any type of initiative within an agency or organization, even on K through 12 level, you're looking at the value that it's going to add to the existing structure. And then also, what are the risks to where if we do this or if we don't do this? And so I like that they included that. And then also the third bullet, each technology was then sectioned into a specific technology business management category, including IT management, security, and compliance, end user, delivery, compute, and network. And so again, I won't go into more detail. You can see there just the visual aid that was provided, but I really do like that they put some thought into this, especially their risk piece and the timeline for achieving their goals. Okay, so as part of the analysis component of this assignment, the task was to examine FEMA's plan by comparing it with the National Educational Technology Plan. As mentioned earlier, I do not work with the K through 12 population. My workforce includes management consulting and disaster management services. So while reviewing and comparing FEMA's strategic plan to the National Educational Technology Plan, I can say without any doubt, that the plans were created to enhance the experience and learning of the staff, whether it be the FEMA employees or the educators and staff in the K through 12 setting, and the users of technology provided. So whether it be the applicants or partners, as well as students, again, in a K through 12 setting. From my workforce experience, I am aware, and this is going into the recommendations, that FEMA provides trainings related to policy, programs, delivery of services, etc. Lots of trainings, lots of educational resources. However, I really did not see a reference to these trainings within the strategic plan. So, as a result, my recommendation is for FEMA to incorporate the trainings offered by the Emergency Management Institute into the existing strategic plan or create a separate plan that is titled Educational Technology Plan with alignment to the agency's overarching strategic plans. I've included a snippet from the Institute's website as a point of reference. Through its courses and integrated programs, the Institute serves as the national focal point for the development and delivery of emergency management training to enhance, listen to this, the capabilities of state, local, and tribal government officials, volunteer organizations, FEMA's disaster workforce, and other federal agencies and the public and private sectors to minimize the impact of disasters and emergencies on the American public. Okay, let's just go pause right there for a second. Again, it's very clear what the intent is of the Emergency Management Institute. And so I think it would be really cool, again, going back to my recommendation, that this is somehow incorporated and fleshed out a little bit more in regards to and aligned with the strategic plan. The Institute's curricula are structured to meet the needs of the diverse audience with an emphasis on separate organizations working together in all hazards emergencies to save the lives and protect property. And here is just a snippet from their website as well for the Emergency Management Institute. Well, that concludes my presentation. Thank you so much for your time and for listening. Again, as I mentioned before in my introduction at the beginning of this course, I'm always willing to connect and partner with other like-minded individuals. And so please feel free to reach out to me. My email address is right there. Thank you, take care, and I'll see you next time.